Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the tarot, I'm going to use Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. There's the full box. And then if you want to see how they spell their name, there you go. There's a website here on the side, schifferbooks.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you were interested, of course. Supportive Oracle cards, spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. There are their full names if you want to search them out. On the back here are the websites. I see She Who Is Art usually sticks out to me. But that way, if you want to freeze frame and check that out, feel free to. And as usual, I put my dice away. I got new dice, but I'm going to use this one again. It's Amazon. I put my dice away. I have other dice. I have like a 13-sided dice, and I got like a... Anyway, I'm using this one for the dice. I use the D20 for the Major Arcana, which does omit the World and the Fool, but I make it work. I use the D4 to choose the Minor Arcana suit, and I use the D12 to choose which number card, which goes up to Knight, but still I make it work. Alright, I think we're good with that. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. And now, onto your reading. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Scorpio? I don't know what the moon's in currently, but I feel like that could be a factor, so... What's going on here? There's a lot of cards, they just keep flipping out. Okay, so... What is this? You're on the outside, and you don't know what's going on, and I feel like that's very aggravating. So, where is this whole thing going? I keep feeling like I'm on the outside. I really keep feeling that. Things have gone... Like, I know certain things aren't right. I know certain people are doing wacko things. I'm going to say wacko things. They're just doing things that, like, it's almost like... It's like somebody was saving money and then all of a sudden just blew it on something frivolous. It's kind of like they're doing stuff like that. Excuse me, sir. Sir, no. Sir. Sir. No. Thank you, sir. No. No, come on. But whatever's been going on, it keeps happening the same way. Somebody is in control of this random feeling. Like, it's... The Wheel of Fortune is a random feeling. Speaking of random. Cat's on me here. There should be rules. There should be boundaries. There should be parameters. But somebody just kind of ignores that and does what they want. And I feel like you easily see that shouldn't be allowed, but for some reason it is. That does seem to stress you in this situation. It's also like, I feel like I'm on the outside. I'm like, is there a reason that happens? Like, why can't I get the answer about why that's allowed? Why can't I get the answer why this person doesn't get held accountable for what they've done? Like, and it keeps happening. Why can't I get the answer for this? Whatever this is, I feel like you want more stability here. Kind of like, I feel like Scorpio is very like, how do I explain this? Like, we don't need to scrimp and save every penny. But for example, if you have like a house note or a mortgage payment at the end of the month, Scorpios also, in my opinion, make sure that gets taken care of and it gets taken care of in the proper time. I know everybody's different, but I think of Scorpio as like pulling it, as long as you see it as a priority, you pull it together when you need to pull it together and it works out, right? It may pull together at the last minute, I know, but you still pull it together. Page of Cups, half in, half out, and the Justice card. Somebody's not saying what's really happening here. Oh my gosh, this cat. I mean, I love him, but come on. I can't get through it. I can't get through like what's going on. I'm really like I want to know like what's the deal? Like what is the deal? Your position in this situation always seems to stay the same. Always seems to stay the same. And I feel like I'm just handling it the way I need to handle it. Something else is going on behind the scenes here that I just can't seem to figure out what's going on. I get the inkling of like this person is that or that person is that, but I don't know what they're doing. Like I get like certain people are making things work out, but why are they allowing it? I get that some people are working with these other people, but I'm like, well, but why? Like I feel like I have like an inkling just enough to cause myself trauma. Are you gonna... Okay, let's just keep going. Is there anything else about this situation that I haven't touched on that I need to talk about? Because it's like, this part's aggravating. There's a block. You're blocked. Okay, I know you're blocked. And then the Emperor half in, half out, which... That's like a strategic, like, I'm not telling you everything purposefully. Somebody does seem to hold you to the side as if they can get your help when they need it. Somebody tells you just enough to keep you engaged, but not enough for you to really know what's going on. I keep getting like this inkling, like when your intuition is at play in it, it's kind of like knowing that there's X amount of people in a room, but not knowing why they're there. Does that make sense? I feel like that's... So if your intuition's at play, it's like you kind of know who's involved, but you don't know exactly how or why. That type of thing. I feel like it's kind of like I kind of know some stuff. I can feel it out to a certain point, but I don't know exactly what's going on or why. It's a little like what's going on with that. I also get that there's... Somebody seems to be holding you to the side. And even though it's a frustrating thing for you, somebody does seem to keep looking out for you. So, it's not like it's that... I don't know, it's not... It's good that they're looking out for you. It'd be better if they did it on your terms, but you know. This situation is starting to advance. You might get pulled a little deeper into this, whatever this situation is. You might start getting answers. I'm starting to question if I really want those answers. It may seem like it right now that you do, but like, I'm starting to question if I really want these answers. Death card half in, half out. Well, you're not getting all the answers. I feel like you just fell off your chair. You're kidding me. I'm not getting all the answers. These people who tell me half-truths, you mean they're going to keep telling me half-truths? You're kidding me. Poof, the floor. No. The Four of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to hold the situation together, but you're getting more information, but you're still not getting everything. They're more giving. You're starting to find out some of the problems behind the scenes here. It's weird, because it's kind of like, I'm getting more of the mystery, like I'm getting more of the pieces of the puzzle. I'm seeing more about what's going on here, but I'm also feeling at the same time when I see these problems and things that I'm getting more information about, I don't feel like there's anything I can do about that. And it's like I keep getting little by little more, little by little more, little by little more, little by little by little. I understand it's going to go better later, and I get that, and you're going to have more strength later, I get that, but like, this is the slowest journey forward. Okay. They're saying be careful to not become complacent with this situation. Because I feel like you keep getting little by little by little by little, and it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Like, I don't feel like there's anything I can do with this that's really going to be good for anybody, let alone me. But they're saying don't make peace with this. Okay. You don't want to make peace with this. That's the Nine of Pentacles, kind of like, this is what it is. So I guess that's just what it is. And just making peace with it, you don't want to do that. The reason the information is coming forward to you, because there's going to be more to be done. Somebody is going to be... No, I think this is going to be you. You're going to have a point where you can do something. It's way down the road. I feel like it's really obnoxious, but way down the road, you will have a point where you can. I don't think that's going to shock you. It's more about, do I want to, rather than anything else. You got the longest time nothing moves forward, then this moment of justice comes in. When that moment of justice comes in, that's where things can go a lot better. We can open this door and get some fresh air into this situation, if you follow me. It says door to happiness, healing and personal healing and happiness. Personal healing and happiness. There's going to be that moment that does come. It's a ways down the road. It's like, it feels like, wow, it's way down there. When that moment comes in, you're going to be stronger in this situation. And it's kind of like, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've been on the outside for so long that when I'm actually on the in, I'm just like, how did that happen? I just feel like, oh, I'm on the inside now? Like, how did I get here? Like, what? Oh, y'all like me now? It's kind of like, I feel like it's one of those moments like, oh, y'all like me now? And they're like, oh, we always did like you, Scorpio. We just were nervous that you were going to burn down the house. That's all. I just feel like it's one of those things like, oh, okay. That Chariot card with the High Priestess, I think that's the High Priestess. The Empress. Okay, the Empress. Yeah, that's kind of like, the Empress takes care of a lot of people. The trick with the Empress to keep it in balance is you got to make sure you're included in the people you're taking care of. You need to be taken care of just as much as everybody else. And you need to make sure other people realize that. Like, I'm doing for all of you, y'all need to look out for me too. And holding this situation together, and it's going a lot better than expected. If this happens the way it feels like it's going to happen, and you get to this moment, first of all, it's like, oh, how did I get here? Oh, okay, I'm here then. This card I'm looking at. So, I don't know how... Alright, I'm just going to say how I feel about this card, especially in this situation. I don't feel like this is an easy card. This is that card that comes in where you're going to know what needs to be done, and it's probably not going to be the easy thing. And it's holding yourself to it and holding the situation to a level where it really does flourish the way it's supposed to, in the sense of like people healing, people advancing, people being accountable for things that they don't want to be accountable for. This is like calling out your best friend on some BS they're doing. And like risking, like, they might not like it and they may not want to talk to me after, but I feel like I need to. That's what this card is. That's how I feel about this. Like, that's that moment, like, you're getting that, like, okay, I know that person's your best friend, but they're pulling some BS and somebody needs to say something and you're seeing it, so it needs to be you. And they'll listen to you, so it needs to be you. And you know how to say it to them where they'll pay attention, so it needs to be you. One of those moments. It's better, it's good, but it's like, when I finally get to this level and I'm in on the end, and then, you know, I have some connections here, it's a different level of difficulty. It feels better, but it's also like I feel more responsible for it now that I'm on the inside of it. And again, I keep getting those, like, telling your best friend, like, oh, it's some BS, and I'm going to tell you, and you're going to listen to me because I know you will, and you may not like me for a while, but I still feel like I need to say it. Because what type of a friend am I if I'm not going to tell you the truth? It's weird, because I know that's a beautiful card, and it's a lovely card, and it's a good card. But it's like, it's got some challenge with it, you know what I mean? And that's where I see this going, if this plays out the way we just went through the whole thing. If this reading is hitting, I might recommend watching it a second time, just to make sure it actually does make sense, and that way hopefully you can make, you know, your mind up about where you want to situate yourself in this, or give yourself some type of, you know, clarity about what am I going to do with this, because it's one of those things where currently it feels like you're on the outside, and then you slowly start getting on the inside, and then all of a sudden you're on the inside, and you're like, oh crap, now that I'm here. Different challenges. Okay. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.